Hey, what's up, Flic land? I wanted to put this video together for a while, finally got around to it, to show how I'm using Flic buttons to automate scenes and control of the home theater room. I've got this remote that I've built that includes 4 Flic buttons. The remote itself is just a chassis, an empty chassis that I bought from an industrial supply company. I put a couple of metal plates inside it so it doesn't feel like a hollow box. It feels like a real legit remote. And you can see I use the glow-in-the-dark stickers because things move around and you have to find them in a dark theater. So that's why I thought of the remote concept, so that I can actually find the buttons and they can move around the house. They're not stuck to something specific in the room. There is one fixed button in the room, and that is right here. As you enter the room, that controls some of the lighting. So if you want to get to the lights right away, because you don't know right where the remote is at the time, then you can do that. I've got 4 Flic buttons on here. All of them have different command sets. The first one is power. So if I click that one click, it turns on the lighting in the room, which is all LifeX Wi-Fi bulbs. So it's setting and controlling scenes with the Flic commands. And then it's also turning on the AV rack here behind me. You may have heard that clicking, and the projector is now firing up. All of that with just the touch of one button. Here in the rack, you can see I've got the Flic hub, my Harmony hub, which is controlling all the AV stuff. And so the 4 buttons all have distinct jobs to do. And so I'm going to walk through that pretty quickly. I built this little cheat sheet here for 1 click, 2 click, and hold. The power button, which I just showed you, turns the system on. I hit it twice and it will dim the lights and start a movie playing. And then if I hold it down, it'll turn the whole room off. I've got another that toggles between AV inputs for either Blu-ray or 4K discs and Apple TV. And then I've got 2 buttons with that are controlling different lighting scenes. And then the last column here is for the wall switch that I showed you just a bit ago. So let's, now that the system is up and cooking, let's take a look at what we've got here. So this thing booted to the disc player just like it's supposed to. And you can see that the Panasonic logo is there. But let's say we want to watch Apple TV. So I come back over here, I double click my media control, my input control, and now we're switching over to Apple Television. Just like that. So really very slick at a very high level to control power and scenes and settings. If I got to go deep into something, I've always got my Harmony remote, right? If I need to go into the systems a little bit, or control play, or other functions for the transport for the disc player. At some point, though, I do want to add a Flic dial here, or Flic twist that will that'll at least control volume and maybe have an application for playing media as well. We'll see how that turns out in time. So now that we've got it all up and cooking here, I'll take a minute and let's just do something else here. Let's go to a different lighting scene. Let's go to intermission. So I'm going to hit the first bulb once. And for intermission, I programmed a dim scene that if you've been watching the movie, you don't want the lights to come up full bright. So this is a little easier on the eyes. And so you can see things get a little more dim. The riser light stays on. The lights at the front soundstage stay lit. And now I'm going to take us back to one last scene to keep us moving along here. I'm going to go to soft white, which will bring this up to a nice, just that, soft white with some accent lighting in the room. And the point of that really is if you wanted to come in and just listen to some music and have some reasonable ambient light in the room, that's a nice way to get there. So that's it, really. I just wanted to share the idea of the remote. So Flic buttons that travel is the concept. And so with that, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to take the power button. I'm going to hold it all the way down. And that's going to shut us down here. And as the lights dim, I'll say thanks for watching. Have a great day.